And welcome back to the Blue Oasis Podcast. I am your host, Adam Rothstein. I have a very special guest with me today. This is my teammate, my former teammate, Joe Vonakis from Towson University. Joe, how's it going?
Going well, Adam. Thanks for having me.
Perfect. All right. Now, before we get into it today, is there anything that you want the listeners at home to know?
Well, first off, again, thanks for having me. Um, really just wanted to pump Blue Oasis podcast, and then the Rothstein voiceovers as well.
Thanks.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Keep up the good work.
All right. So first question, what made you want to become a college hockey coach?
From an early age, I was playing and skating, and I really enjoyed the game. I love the game. I was excited to be around the rink, and um, afterwards wanted to find a way to give back. And I felt that the best way to do it is to coach. And to be honest, you don't realize until you get in the mix how much coaches do. And I gained such a big appreciation for it, but also was able to help the next generation for a couple of years and still continue to do that now for Navy youth hockey.
Perfect. I mean, yeah, you and I have both played against Navy, and we've seen what they can do, both from their youth participation and even when they go up and actually go to the Naval Academy, which some of them do. I, and You've definitely handled. I've definitely seen you at work, and uh, and I am definitely impressed. And you have even, and even still, you've taught me a few things of how to coach back when I was back when we were both at Towson. Now, how has hockey impacted your success in life and business?
The team camaraderie and the team aspect, but also the competitiveness. I'm in sales now, and it's very fast paced, very quick, but at the same time, you also work together as a team to find ways to reach your goals and exceed your goals. And the biggest thing is, at the end of the day, you want to win. You want to win every deal, and you got to do everything you can to make it happen, just like you would when you're playing a team sport.
Yeah, 100%. And even when you do those sole proprietorships, is well, when you have your own business, it's very crucial. And would you have any advice for someone who has started their own thing and just and has brought on that team? Uh, is there any tips you could give them that from hockey that would lead them that could help them in business as well? Or
Yeah, it would definitely be to follow through and to stick with it. There's times where things are, work out in your favor. There's times where things don't. There's probably more times where it doesn't work out in your favor. So you want to just keep going and you know, keep doing what you're doing, because if you're doing things right, eventually you'll get rewarded. So to be honest, it's not easy, but nothing worth getting is easy. So the more you stick with it and just keep grinding, eventually things will turn your way.
yeah, 100%. Uh, yeah. Um, does hockey help you find peace within yourself at all? Like when you even just going out to skate with no one on the ice and it's like 6 in the morning, like you get that peace in yourself, right?
Yeah, oh, for sure. I think being out there, there's something to be said about just skating around and kind of having that freedom. Uh, it really kind of brings you down to earth, and it also humbles you because hockey's not a cheap sport to play, as you may know from playing and coaching, and any opportunity to get to step on the ice is truly a blessing.
Every time, and I mean, it's definitely a very expensive sport, and I do see more people now uh, just wanting to get into the sport, but but I've donated to certain groups as well. The American Special Hockey Association is is that one.
Yep.
They have kids with developmental disabilities, and and oftentimes they're just trying to pay for other coaching and other services to help the parents are trying to help the kids uh, just get to a better place, and it seems that hockey has also done that as well. um from the from you would say that hockey is more than a hobby, correct?
Yeah, I've met a ton of my lifelong friends, and um, you, of course, being one of them. And you meet so many good people, but ultimately you really get involved so much that it's a lifestyle. In Maryland, growing up, hockey wasn't exactly a hotbed, so there's a lot of travel and there's a big commitment that it takes in order to pursue your dreams of playing at the next level. And everybody has a different next level, so the more you get involved, the more you end up getting out of it. And for me, it's definitely been a lifestyle that is a big part of me, and it's part of my siblings too, because one of them is actually still playing.
Yeah, I know. And Nico, our teammate, your brother, definitely has has definitely contributed to the camaraderie, and it is definitely nice to just hang out after. And I'm just gonna like make a little side note here. It's definitely nice to just hang out after the game, grab a pizza, and just chill. And whether that's playing video games, whether it's going out to eat, I mean, it, your teammates definitely can become a part of your life, and you can always have connections, and those friendships, those friendships stick with you, and it's it's definitely it's definitely not something you should take for granted. That's what I'll say. So moving on, I do want to move on to our time at Towson. Just want to get a little bit into that before I read the ads for the show. So, so I came into this as one of the first. I think I might actually be the first player with autism to actually play in the ECHA, but I'm definitely the first person from ASHA actually to um, to actually be a player on a college hockey team. Which, I mean, it was no easy feat at all, and I am definitely grateful for you, 100%. Um,
Yeah,
Now,
you played in the crab pot when we
yes,
talked
I played in the
earlier
crab
about
pot,
yeah,
and
with
we
Navy. I
we
remember
played in
that
the
that was
crab pot.
that shifts were awesome.
Yeah,
uh you definitely got the boys pretty
going.
pumped up, and you went out there and you didn't stop moving your feet.
Yeah,
That's how it's done.
and even though we lost that game, I mean, it's for the love of the game, 100%. Now, during your first year as freshman year before I got there, um, were were there any mentors that really kept you into it, that kept you going, that made you want to wake up and just tear up the ice?
Yeah, I think the leadership group we had, who I still keep in touch with today, was huge. Obviously, um, Coach Ed Slusher was huge, and even getting us to Towson, and he kind of had a vision of how he'd like to coach and how he wanted to do things. And we were lucky we had a good group that came together, and we ultimately were able to be successful. But I mean, Rich John Doe is Ed's brother, Jason Slusher, definitely are the captains, Casey, Gendris, Safeli, um, Carter, Kevin Carter, guys like that. Um, they definitely make it so that it's inclusive, and you want to be a part of the group. And it's crazy now. We're growing up and adulting, if you will, going to weddings and
Yeah,
having babies and things like that. But you still keep in touch and you pick up right where you left off.
100%. Okay, let's get into the ads real quickly. All right. All right. So guys, I've been talking about this. If you do not have Honey on your browser, you should get it. Go to joinhoney.com, put it on your Chrome browser, Explorer browser, or Firefox, whatever you're using. We need 2 clicks and you're good. 2 clicks and you're good. And that is going to save you money. I had my Wix website, I saved 10% on my Wix website with joinhoney.com and their promo codes. So if you need a money saver, definitely go get Honey. So go to joinhoney.com. Next, we've got WikiBuy. So if you want to save even more deals, definitely add that. Very similar to Join Honey. A few clicks there. Just go to wikibuy.com and do the thing, and you'll save on those promo codes. All right. Finally, we have Skillshare.com. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, how many times have I told you that with a new hobby comes new skills? Now, you're still going to need more skills on top of that if you want to grow your side hustle, if you're going to want to really make this a business for yourself. You're definitely going to need some more classes to get your feet off the ground. So go to Skillshare.com. You're going to get your first 2 months free already. Just sign up with your email and enter your name and the whole 9 yards, and you're going to get 2 months free. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no excuse that that there's no excuse that you shouldn't be having that knowledge in your life. Go to Skillshare.com right now and get your first 2 months free and just sign up. And and I'm not sponsored by Skillshare, but I'm just saying that because I want you to succeed in your life, and Skillshare.com can give you the skills to get you to the place of where you want to go. All right. Alrighty then. All right. We are holding up well. All right. So you've had a bunch of great experience from your time at Towson. Most people don't even play in a college sport. Like, oftentimes they are, they're not. Let me put it this way. Most people just don't make the team. Certainly when it comes to NCAA athletics. Now, we were not in the NCAA, we were in college club, but it was still very competitive. Um, do you have any advice to people who are in high school right now or middle school, and they're definitely thinking about going to into an NCAA college sport? Any advice for those kids?
The first piece is to going through that process is to pick a school for a school first. Um, there are a lot of factors and things you can and can't control, and whether you're on the team or you don't end up making it, um, you at least want to go to a school that you enjoy and an atmosphere and a place that you feel welcomed at, but you also feel like you can contribute. And that's the most important part with anything is, you know, if you really want to commit and you want to, you know, put in the work, it's not easy, it's not cheap, but if it's something that you can see yourself doing and you envision it, you set your goals and you stick to them, then you can make it happen.
Yeah, and oftentimes, and now there's definitely some kids who are just have no interest in college, and they do want to just go right in and start their own business. Definitely, juniors is a place. Now, you did not play in junior hockey, did you? Am I correct?
Actually, I did. I played 1 year. I had gotten injured towards the last third of the season, so I didn't actually get to finish a full season. But I did get a chance to lace them up playing junior hockey in Philly.
Yeah. Did you room with anyone at all? Did you room with uh or were you just at home at the time?
So I was at home. I was a senior in high school and got the opportunity to play for the Philadelphia Little Flyers juniors, and it was one of the things that we balanced with high school hockey actually, which was a lot, but couldn't get enough of playing and competing and training, and I got the exposure and the opportunity to do both. We were very lucky. Our high school coach worked around our schedule for juniors and did whatever he could to get us ice and also not conflict.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, I'm definitely building definitely during that time. I mean you're still balancing with the you're still balancing with your schoolwork, your AP classes, your also also just getting to class and just getting to practice. I mean, even that is just a hassle, and you're still waking up early, whether you're going to the rink or going to class, and that is not an easy thing to do. Now, when it comes to people that do graduate, they often do they go in the trades, or do they go or do they just um, take a job as a cashier or something uh, in juniors, or can they work during that time?
Yeah, so there's a bunch of different options. Some kids, like for example, we would work hockey camps and do private lessons and training and things like that, to help kids get more reps, but also make a little extra side money. There's kids that worked at restaurants and things like that, picking up hours whenever you can pick up hours. Any little bit of money helps, but the whole point is to be a hockey player, and you're training and preparing to play in college, whatever level that may be. So you got to realize that's your first priority, but you also have to have balance and um, do what you can to make a little extra money and also broaden your horizons.
Did you, so you definitely kept a schedule during that final year of high school when you were in juniors, and you did not mess around at all, I take it.
Uh, there wasn't really any time to, but um, it was good. I was very lucky. I had an awesome support group, some other players on the teams that we would carpool with because we were coming all the way from Baltimore up to Philly. So it's a bit of a drive, and we got that opportunity to play at the high school level too, which is fun. You get to play in front of your friends, but also still get the opportunity to play and compete against teams all up and down the East Coast, and um, it definitely prepared me for college even more so because you're focusing so much on so many things, whether it's school, just having a social life, um, hockey, training, working. things like that all come into play, and it really prepared me for life after the game, and I feel very confident.
Yeah, I mean, it's even for me, it's definitely helped grow my confidence. I don't know where I'd be without hockey, and there are definitely days where I wonder, maybe I should have taken up swimming. It definitely would have been a very different life. I would have not met you. I'm not even sure I would have even gone to Towson had I not played hockey as well. I mean, I could have definitely stayed behind at a community college and just swam or done whatever I was doing. But that's neither here or there. Um, now, now, there's definitely some people in some kids coming up who are still in community college because either they don't have a college hockey team in their area per se, or they are just more interested in just going pro right away. Um, so definitely to those coming up, you would recommend those kids um, staying behind uh, in uh, in at school if they can't afford it. It's,
Yeah, there's definitely, everybody obviously has a different route, but it's all based on where you want to end up and what you want to do. I was actually one of those kids that, coming right out of high school, I wasn't expected to play. I had gotten injured, so I actually went to community college for about two, I think it was three total semesters before transferring into Towson in the spring. Just because I didn't expect to play, and I got lucky where I had a neck injury and I was able to find the doctor that had a plan in place, and they put that plan into place, and um, was able to play 2.5 years at Towson. So obviously the most important part was the schooling and getting the degree, and broadening my horizons, and hockey was just kind of a bonus.
yeah. And just curious, what did you major in at Towson?
Communication studies.
All right. Uh, okay. We are. Let's see. We are at the 20-minute mark. About. Uh, it's definitely great when you chat with your old friends, whether that's via Zoom call or in person. Um, to those listening out there, definitely just hit up your old friends. I mean, it's definitely something you need to do now, especially with what's going on. And and I mean, don't take your friends for granted. Is what I'll say. Um, now Now there's still some rinks closed, so no one is just going to go out and just tear up the ice. Now, yeah, some of the rinks are still closed, some are open, some have weird hours, and uh, and there's definitely ways that people could just get started into hockey, and it doesn't have to be ice. It can be roller, and you can just go to ccm.com or something and then just buy a pair of skates, a pair of rollerblades rather there. And it costs, I guess it would cost about $200, maybe less depending on your size. And I would say it to my audience who wants to try a new sport, yeah, get into roller hockey, or whenever you can, definitely go play some hockey at the rink. And it is definitely worth the experience. It definitely keeps you in shape. Those spurts, that 90-second shift that you're on the ice, I will tell you that is, um, it. Yeah, I mean, Yeah, we can both tell you that it's worth it. Those sprint, yeah, because you're going hard. You have to either defend your net or attack on offense. It's definitely worth it. So, Joe, anything? Um, so to any really newcomers who are just in their 30s or even late 20s, you would say that they should still that they can absolutely get into the game. It's not too late.
It's never too late.
Never
It's
too
never
late.
too late. There is play every once in a while when I get the opportunity on an adult league team now, and we have probably more than half the players that have played growing up, but then the other half have started later. You know, just based on their professions, whether that be doctors or dentists or things like that, that had a pretty intense track in school, and they use it as a stress release to kind of get a sweat, but also still be a part of the team. And no, it is never too late to start, and it more importantly is starting for the right reasons. That's to have fun, get a sweat in, and meet new people.
Yeah. Now, when I started, I was about 12 years old, and it was with the Montgomery Cheetahs. They were the first special hockey team in my area, and they were and I went on because it was just perfect for me, and I don't know what exactly compelled me to go into hockey. Uh, Mario Lemieux's retirement might have been a factor, and I did get to see a little bit of him on television growing up, and and Sidney Crosby was new on the scene as well, and even him just he got me into it as well as Alexander Ovechkin, but and they're still playing as well. Just wanted to lay that out there. Um, Yeah, so even at 12 years old, I thought I was a bit late because to the party because I started baseball at 8 years old as machine pitch and sort of got into that. It really is never too late. I mean, I played to anyone listening right now. Uh, it's I mean, I get to play in high school hockey and in college still, and had uh, and played for many beer league teams, and it's definitely worth it. I, and the beer leagues that I played in, there was no checking. No one was hitting anyone. If you're not comfortable with getting hit, obviously, there's definitely the no contact leagues. There's the no checking league. I mean, I wouldn't say no contact. I mean, people are going to, put their hands, are going to be touching and just making sure you're off the puck, sort of. Just wanted to lay that out there. Oh, it is definitely, let's see. We've got that. So what is the one thing that you enjoy most about being a coach? I did want to just uh, get into that real quickly.
Yeah, the most um, rewarding or best part about coaching for me is um, just getting somebody who's never played started, and finding ways to bridge the gap between somebody really loving the game and then actually getting a chance to play it. And once you kind of merge those two together, that's when it's awesome to watch and be a part of. And I also enjoy getting to coach on the higher level too, where you get to teach tactics and you get to teach little tiny things, whether it was for me playing or coaching, that you're able to help them be better at what they love. I think that's at the end of the day, it's all about the kids, whether that be old or young. Um, you know, everybody's really still a kid at heart. It's just a matter of um, helping them enjoy it and clearing space for them to just go out and play.
Yeah, 100%. Let's see. So we've got our yeah, we've got So to anyone, I do want to mention this before I go. Um, Rothstein voiceovers. Um, we've got two books out now. We have my ebook, Growing the Game, and then I made a picture audiobook of The Three Little Pigs that is perfect for anyone who is coming up and reading. Also, please subscribe to the podcast. 5 stars on iTunes, 100%, and definitely donate to the show. I don't care how much it is. One-time donors, monthly donors. $1, $2, $5, $500. I don't care about the amount. None of that is going into my pocket. That is going for hosting fees, equipment fees, and advertisement fees to help grow the show. So none of that is going to reach my pocket. Yeah. All right. So, and check out rothsteinvoiceovers.com. We've got private consultations if you want to learn how to make your own audiobook as well. And also, my audiobook version of Growing the Game will be out this weekend. So, so definitely head over there. I'll leave links in the description to my social and everything else. All right. So, Joe, anything else you want to share with the audience?
No, definitely check out Rothstein voiceovers. Check out Growing the Game, and check out Blue Oasis Podcast. I'd love to get some more Towson Tiger ice hockey players on here.
Definitely. I think the next one is going to be Kevin or Jeremy. Whoever gets back to me first will definitely get that segment. So, so let's see who does that there and who is going to listen to this. Now, to my average viewer, to my average listener, I thank you for listening to this. Please share this show with someone, and I will see you in the next episode, or you will hear me in the next episode. Okay. Joe, so any last things before we go? Any last things?
That pretty much wraps it up for me. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it, and I look forward to continuing to listen for the future Blue Oasis podcast episodes. I enjoyed the peace and prosperity one.
Yeah.
So the more the merrier. Keep them coming. Keep up the good work.
Thank you very much.
Tigers.
Yeah, go Tigers.
Good night.
All right. Okay, and that will conclude it. All right, everyone. Thank you and have a wonderful day.